Hello, I am Substance242 and this is a video about Xandeum Network staking and pchednode dashboard. Xandeum is developing storage layer for blockchains, starting with Solana Mainnet. There are also other storage projects, but they use more simple technology. Xandeum can peek and poke inside the files, just change few bytes here and there in the middle of the file, and is also smart contract native. That is a huge difference, and I don't think this was done before. pchednode is my dashboard that is designed to provide true view of what is going on with the pNodes. Note: I cannot make changes in this uploaded video, so if something major is wrong, I will put a correction in the video description below. I am not from Xandeum team, I just have 3 pNodes in DevNet and 3 in Mainnet. DevNet is for developers to test things, but today we will focus mainly on Mainnet, where the real money and staking and storage income happens. pNode is provider node, there is Xandeum software running on a Linux machine, and part of this pNode is also pRPC, which answers to API calls. For example, to describe how pchednode works, I will SSH to one of my pNodes, and this is example of API call. We call this on local computer and we ask get ports with stats, and it answers with blocks of data like this: IP address, public key, version, uptime, and the number currently is 79. When we open pchednode and load the mainnet or mainnet 1, we can see this is 52, and that is because pchednode queries this RPC call from 2 machines, combines the result into one file, adds also other sources like page where Xandeum is publishing so-called credits, and also combines it with special blockchain data to provide everything needed for this output. So when we load the page vet.com, we have the slogan about truth, we have tutorial, which is this video you are watching right now, so do not click this or you will make YouTube servers to crash. RewarDAO we will talk at the end of this video, and we can also switch to dark mode, which people seem to prefer. We have this selection of RPC. These are my RPC, and Mainnet 1 and Mainnet 2 are giving the same result. The same DevNet 1 and DevNet 2 is the same, but they are 2 servers in case something was wrong with one of them, just for redundancy. Default sort order is by credits. Credits is measurement by Xandeum of how good the pod is running in given month. Currently it is based on heartbeats. That means approximately every minute there is communication between Xandeum and each pNode. Are you alive? Yes, I am. Okay, +1 credit. That means that the higher number, the longer in given month the pNode was online. This number is reset to 0 at the beginning of each month. Name. Name is not something that is stored in Xandeum Network, and if you won't have name here, then as the tooltip says, there is link to email in footer here. So if you want name on pchednode, just send me an email. I will also put email in the video description. Public key. We are on blockchain. That means everything has a key pair, private key and public key. And private is also not something to distribute, that's top secret. But public key is something to identify anything on blockchain. And in this case, we are identifying pNodes using their public keys. Of course, if you have name stored, you can also filter for it. So like I can easily see all of my pNodes. And also the filter remains active when you switch to another RPC, so on DevNet and on Mainnet. Very useful feature. Now, this Kalman, it is starting to get interesting. Is this pNode registered? What does it mean if it is registered? There is a web page, pNodes portal, which is for people who own pNode licenses and they register their pNodes here. That means in this case I bought 3 pNode licenses, I have 1 NFT and I defined public keys of my pNodes here, 1, 2, 3. This is the current credits, and I also defined my mainnet public keys in this field. It was at the beginning of this month, and this means now these 2 pNodes, this mainnet one and this devnet one, are paired together as for the rewards, which we will talk about soon. We can also, the owner of pNodes can also select manager here, and they will, the idea is that manager will take care of the pNodes, so they will run properly, will be updated and so on, and owner and manager will share rewards. Manager will get cut of the rewards. It is this column M, manager public key. When we sort, we can see that so far no one is using this option at the moment. We can also sort here by owner key, and we can also click on this O to copy owner public key to keyboard. So then we can search for it and see all the pNodes that this owner has. So I need example like this one. I click on owner for John Dragon, and when I filter for this owner public key, I can see all 3 of them. So these 3 pNodes are registered. They don't have NFTs right now. The same owner, no manager. Also, when we sort column registered yes, no, then the number of NFTs is displayed like here, and they are listed by text right here. So this pNode has 1 NFT. And when we sort back to credits, we can see, for example, the second pNode is not registered, but as we will explain soon, it is ready for staking. Not registered means that this owner, the person who is running this pNode, probably doesn't have pNode, DevNet pNode license. But Mainnet is permissionless, so anyone can run pNode, just cannot register them, so the rewards, as we will talk soon, will not be multiplied, for example, by coefficients of NFT multipliers, for example. The point is, not registered, it doesn't automatically mean bad. And now it gets interesting. We will talk about stake, XAND, commission in percent, and STOINC, storage income in wrapped SOL. You can stake to any pNode that you like from any list, not only from this dashboard, from wherever you like to find it. You just need its public key. So, for example, let's say I like this one, John Xandeum. I click here to copy its public key to clipboard. They have 10% commission. At the moment, no stake. And I open the staking page from Xandeum. pNode address, select pNode to stake to. Here we have lists of pNodes that are ready to stake. There is 41 of them at the moment. Here are their commissions. I copy this public key I have in clipboard and select it. And now just enter some value, agree, and stake. Right? Let's stop for a moment. Yes, we will stake, but let's think about it first a bit. You should always ask when you stake, so what do I get for that? When I stake 100,000 XAND for 1 year, what is my APY? And the truth is, and as we know, we like truth here, we don't know. No one can tell you. So do your own research and choose wisely and hope for the best. But remember, hope is not a strategy. Also, don't skip terms of use. Here are some interesting things that you are agreeing with. For example, you acknowledge that you have sufficient knowledge and experience to understand the risks. Okay? So it's up to you. It's your choice. Stake if you want. But there is no guaranteed rewards, APIs, or anything like that. Here, risks. Rewards may change over time and are not guaranteed. So we don't know. We don't know what is the percentage like. And after you stake and confirm your transaction, I will not do it. Don't expect this stake number to increase immediately. For example, in Solana blockchains, there are epochs that take something like 2.5 days. And because Xandeum is planning to be used in not only Solana but also other blockchains, they have Yuga. Right now we are, when I am recording this video, we are in Yuga 5 and we have some 2 hours 15 minutes left approximately. So if I would stake right now, the number in stake XAND would increase in Yuga 6. And we can also see here on XAND staking on stake tab, when you select pNode to stake to, there is activating. After you stake, your stake first goes to activating and appears only in next Yuga. The same, I think, will be true also for unstake, and you will be able to claim your rewards here on the claim page. Maybe I should also mention that owner of pNode cannot change commission only if he would create completely new pNode. And you should also ask, what if pNode goes away completely? What happens with my stake? then of course you will not receive any more rewards, but you will still be able to unstake, because all of this is happening on blockchain. And I should also mention what is actually the commission that we can see here and on pchednode in this column. When we sort it, we can see the highest commission is 100%. This means that all the rewards this pNode receives, and it seems to be running okay, they keep all of them. If you stake to pNode with commission 100%, you get nothing. So I don't think that's a very good strategy. Now, why does someone use as low as 242 is questionable. Maybe they just like the number, and maybe they hope that when someone who is looking for some nice pNode to stake to enjoys that they will get 97.58% of rewards. Or maybe they like the number just like I do. And as we will show on this page, we do not actually know what numbers we are talking about. And we will talk about storage income now. When I sort this, see, everyone has a 0. But if you watch this in 2028, I hope there are much larger numbers here. Storage income is pretty complex topic, and it, as you can see, this is a draft that will be revised multiple times. This is not this is for DevNet, but as for storage income comes from storage enabled apps, and this is very important to have apps on Xandeum Network that will use the storage and that will use storage that will work properly. The pNodes will run fine, and for the authors of applications, this will be interesting option to have storage, to have place where to store data for blockchain programs, because right now it's not possible. Xandeum will be, I think, the first to offer this option, and we will see how it goes. Do you remember this 10% commission? So that means of the 10%, 90% always goes to the one who staked. Yeah, that's a given. That's not up to debate. And of the 10% that pNode keeps, 94 goes to operators, something goes to DAO, something goes to preferred investors. I don't know who that is. And here, how is STOINC calculated? And it is based, at least in this draft of this document, on number of pNodes. So that means pNode licenses matter. That means to have registered pNode makes a difference. It depends on how much storage you provide. Like, don't expect that creating some small Linux VPS with 10 gigabytes will be enough. Very unlikely. Performance score, right now, the credits, maybe it will be more complex in the future. Right now, the credits are the hard bits that I mentioned. Check that pNode is still answering, it's online and it's working. And stake. So this is the first time we see stake in formula used for calculation of some real money. We don't have API. We in Xandeum Network. Stake is used to calculate storage income rewards. That means when they are multiplying, that any of them 0 means the result is 0. Your stake 0, your STOINC 0. And we have also boost factors. Basically, the sooner you bought your pNode license, the better. And also, the more expensive NFT you assign to your pNode, the better. Now, you cannot buy pNode license right now. You will be able, it will be open again in the future, sometime. We don't know when. And the same for NFTs. This was sold using something called Dutch auction. All of these register owner manager stake commission STOINC is stored on Solana mainnet only, nowhere else. So in that case, when we load DevNet, why do we have this one here? I will analyze this at the end of this video. I will just mention again that not registered pNode but ready for staking is not a problem. What I think is a little bit more concerning is pNode that is registered but is not ready for staking. For me, this signals that owner of this pNode is not keeping up with the latest news. Key takeaways. Rewards, this is DevNet, but STOINC comes from setup, storage enabled apps, and distributed to pNode operators. Credits are based on the 4 parameters, and we have boost factors, NFTs, and how early you purchased your pNode license. Now, as for the dangers of staking, I would like to mention that this is true for every blockchain project. Everywhere you stake, it's a bit of risk. This is not that Xandeum is more risky than other projects, but it is something to keep in mind and something worth mentioning. I think we have the hardest part behind us. And I hope you are still here. So I know this width of this is a bit too wide, but let's go back to our dashboard. Now it will be easy. Next column is country. Of course, every column you can sort by click the header, like here Canada, and not only country but also the provider. So Telus Canada, Contabo in Germany, and so on. Next is pink. When we sort via pink value, we can see 0.1 millisecond. To tell the truth, this is not very realistic, and it's because this is my pNode and the pchednode is running on the same computer. This pink packet used to measure internet speed probably never left the hardware machine it is running on. What I want to say is, when you sort pink, values 150 are still okay. And even when I take IP address of my pNode, one of them, and for example use some service to show me pink speeds around the world, this is my pNode, the one that has speed, I don't know, one of them, point something. And when it is pinged from EU, it's 8 milliseconds, 9, still good, but from USA it's almost 100. Yeah, so ping from and where makes a difference. See, in Kuala Lumpur, from Kuala Lumpur, my pNode is 162 milliseconds, which is still acceptable, I would say. Also, to answer to ping requests takes very little bit of CPU and network, so some good administrators are blocking answering ping requests. Dash here means that either the machine is not running or the administrator blocked pings. Next we have disk size. As we mentioned, the size of the storage space will matter for the rewards. How much percent of it is used right now? Not very much. Which version the pod, the pNode, is running on? Now, it can happen like it happened with version 1.3.0, that new version creates something like fork of the network. So the pNodes that are not updated are invisible because they don't appear in this getPod pRPC response. And even when pchednode remembers all of them, sometimes I decide to reset this list to not show pNodes that are completely unusable. If some pNode appears again, the history is kept and you will see graphs of past values again. Public, this is for pRPC, not very important to you. Time up, this is the time uptime. When pod is restarted, of course, this goes to 0. And last seen 3 days ago is not good. Let's copy this public key by clicking. You can see the hint. This color means this public key is running or was seen on 2 different IP addresses. So I just filtered for it. One of them we have seen 3 days ago and one of them 3 minutes ago. But obviously they have the same disk. They even have the same provider of internet. This is the same, of course, because it is the same public key. This is from blockchain. So someone just transferred key pairs to different machine, or this should not happen. Our pNode operator should not just push his pNode to different IP every day 2 times. So pNode should be nicely stable on one IP address with one public key and nowhere else. This is not good. This I would personally avoid pNodes or even operator that has this. So let's see. Okay. So this owner has 4 pNodes, and I wouldn't use any of them for staking personally. That also brings us to the question, if you wanted to display some beautiful graphs of number of pNodes, do you count duplicated public key, or do you count pNode that was seen 3 days ago? And there are more questions like this, so pchednode is not doing it. We learned this page, but I mentioned that we are also keeping history of everything. So when you click on public key, owner or manager, it copies to clipboard. If you click anywhere else, it opens this node history page, and I had to put this check there because there were some strange things happening. And this is the graph of some of eight parameters that we keep history of. Node name, email me if you want node name, IP address, public key, copy to clipboard. When pchednode first seen this IP address, the credits right now, stake, STOINC, storage used, uptime, pink, manager, NFTs, not yet, but they will appear here, and they will also contain the multiplier. The code is already running, and when it was registered, and this means this registered, we are talking about this page, pNodes, Xandeum Network, 5th of March, which should be 3 weeks ago. Today is last of March, and the commission, which is strangely low, and no one knows if it makes sense or not. You will see. And this is nice graph. At least I think it's nice. By default, we show credits, stake, STOINC, and uptime. So as we can see, credits and uptime are nicely rising. STOINC is 0, and stake, I have 12,000 something. XAND at the moment, I don't even know why. Maybe some internal testing at Xandeum or something. So when I switch to 30 days, we can see that I had 0 stake a few days ago, and then it jumped. And we can also see here, I will turn off also STOINC, and I will turn off, no, I will leave this running. This is the last 30 days. Credits were rising because this pNode was answering to heartbeats nicely. What happened here? This jump of uptime means that pNode was restarted here. But one restart, maybe there was another one. One restart in a month, from my point of view, is perfectly fine, because there can be some Linux kernel update. Maybe there was even a new version of XAND or bot service or the pNode software package. So in that case, the service is restarted, and so of course uptime goes to 0. That is normal. One restart in a month is perfect. For comparison, I just opened history of anonymous pNode, the one with 100% commission. I have suspicion that this must be something from the team, because this is too strange. As you can see, I will keep only the uptime running nicely. Then, when uptime remains horizontal, that means we didn't hear from this pNode from 13th of March till 19. For 6 days we didn't have any data from this pNode. So because pchednode is not creating data, it holds the last value it received. So it was holding the last received uptime here for the 6 days, and it went to 0 only after pchednode received 0. Restart, you will miss maybe one heartbeat. It's not tragic, but it's just a little bit too much. So I think we described everything needed about pNode.com dashboard, and now something for the people who are part of rewards program. That means they receive rewards, and the rewards are stored in Realms DAO. And is not really easy to find your rewards here. So when there is proposal with pNode, DevNet pNode or DevNet validator, there is announcement on Discord, but still how to find it. So there is very simple page, RewarDAO, where you can copy address, just by the way also public key of course. The wallet, this is mine, feel free to donate me. So you search in this checker for the wallet, the real Solana mainnet wallet. We are not talking about pNodes. This is your Solana wallet that you registered at Xandeum as your address to receive rewards. And when you search for it, you get a list of proposals in which your wallet was mentioned. And I have some and you can see that I have some pending ones. So I open November 2025 DevNet vNode, click. Now connect wallet. Again, it keeps disconnecting for some reason. I click on these instructions so it will show me the content. Yeah. And now I use Ctrl F to search for text. I still have in clipboard my wallet address because I pasted it here and I still have it in clipboard. So now I did Ctrl F and search for it here, and it's found 4 times. And now I click execute, which is directly under the transaction that I am mentioned in. Here, this is a reward for someone else. It's already executed, but you can execute only the proposals, only the transactions that are for you. So this is for me, and I do execute, and I confirm. But nothing appeared in my wallet. Why is it? And it's because rewards for DevNet don't go to wallet, but they go to my governance power because they are locked for 1 year. I'm not sure which one it is, but you will have to wait till the time passes and you can withdraw it. Like I have one older ones, not the one I executed today, but something older. So I can click withdraw, 40,000, and done. So you search for your wallet here and open link, connect wallet, unpack these instructions. It takes time, just wait, still wait, still wait. Ctrl F, search, and oh, it's the one I already executed. That's also something I wanted to mention. Data for this RewarDAO are not live from the blockchain. But the worst thing that can happen is exactly what you just saw. I wanted to execute a transaction that was already executed. Or is it? Remember I mentioned one strange pNode that on DevNet has staking information. That means staking account was created for this pNode. That means it must have been running on Mainnet, at least for a while. So maybe we can copy this public key and switch over to Mainnet and search. No, it's not running. When we open history, there is a little bit of hack. We can modify the URL. See, it's running on DevNet now. It's running on DevNet. But when I change this call, you will never need to do this. We are just investigating now. I want to see if pchednode remembers this IP address on Mainnet. And it does. It remembers it. It has seen it 12 weeks ago, first time, and the last time, March 27th. So this bot, this pNode, definitely was running on Mainnet for a while. It's not running on Mainnet now. And when I open connection, this is my DevNet pNode, one of them. Let's check the blockchain data that pchednode is creating. When we search for this public key, yes, it is here. Generally, no pNode on DevNet should have staking active on Solana mainnet, but this one does. This one does have staking created, and staking is created. You send a little bit of Sol to the address of your pNode. Address in this case is the same as public key. Also, not every address is public key. Generally, there are some special addresses. So, how to initialize staking is you send a little bit of Sol to your address and you restart pod, and when it starts up and discovers that it doesn't have staking account created, it will do it, and it will cost a little bit of Sol. But on DevNet none of this is true. So someone funded this address, started pod in Mainnet. When we check service file of pod service, I'm on DevNet now. That means it starts like DevNet. But in this case, it was started with Mainnet, at least for a while. It created this staking PDA account and ATA, and I'm not sure what else. But it is running in DevNet now. When I check my Mainnet, I will look for this public key here. It's not here. This public key is not on Mainnet. So, is this some kind of problem? Not really. Just this public key has on Solana accounts ready for staking, but it's of no use. It's running in DevNet now, so the stake will not increase, I think, because it's not running there. Yeah, this is probably not what the operator wanted. Questions? I don't think so, because this is not a live stream, but I am recording this alone. So, a bit of summary. Choose wisely for your staking. Nothing is guaranteed. Check the pNode you stake to from time to time in some dashboard. Not only pchednode, but there are others. For example, Xandeum from XAND. This is really advanced site where you can find all kind of information. Or I can also recommend Xandeum.me. For example, you can check your DAO rewards, as we checked with the RewarDAO, and a lot of interesting things. If you don't have much time, then check at least Xandeum Network main page latest news from time to time. And here in at the bottom there is a link for Discord and link to YouTube, blockchain Bernie, who is like the boss of Xandeum Network, and every Thursday there is either a new pre-recorded video or a new live stream where sometimes he answers questions, so that is very good. Every Thursday new video from blockchain Bernie. I recommend you, if you want to know what's going on, then that is really good source of news. Don't trust anybody. Don't trust me. If some scammers are offering you help, then tell them to go fluff themselves. Don't click claiming airdrops. Don't connect wallets. Be safe there. And one final note. So far, no one told me why I chose pchednode name. So if you will tell me exactly what it means, I will stake 10,000 cents with you. Well, that's about it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, but remember, if you enjoyed watching the show just half as much as we've enjoyed doing it, then we've enjoyed it twice as much as you. Ha ha ha!